I'm on here. I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. So it is my pleasure to introduce Xiuhui Shifu. Shifu is her title. She was born in Taiwan, Taipei, or Taipei, Taiwan, rather. She moved to California for her nursing degree and then later moved to Houston in 1997. In 1999, she became a nun at the Jade Buddha Temple here in Houston. The Jade Buddha Temple is a Buddhist temple. And I, all right, Xiuhui Shifu, if you could unmute yourself. She's talking, but she's under the name, there you go, there she goes. Shifu, can you say something?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for inviting me here. Can you see me now? I guess you cannot. It's okay.
We can see you.
You can see me?
Yes.
Okay. Look at my, later I'll show you my picture right now, but I used to be a layperson too. Had a long hair, long beautiful hair, but no more now. And I'm happy got the chance here to talk to you about the meditation. I'm not an expert, but I practice since I ordained as a nurse, as a nun, okay? And I'm happy to hear the some of you are interested in meditation. So I prepared this PowerPoint to show you something, and I will introduce myself a little bit in my temple, my two masters. So shall we get started?
Does she have permissions to share her screen?
Me?
She should be able to share her screen.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Can you see my PowerPoint now?
We are just, we're looking at you.
We can hear you fine, but we can't see the PowerPoint yet.
You cannot see my PowerPoint. Okay, let me see.
There's a share screen button at the bottom. It's green.
Mm-hmm. Share screen button here. Should I push it? Yes.
Yes.
And then here.
And then select your PowerPoint.
Okay.
It says Delia Stevens for some reason.
Okay, let me try one more time. Sorry.
As we said at the beginning of the meeting, we're all still learning this online stuff together.
Yeah.
Well, Scott, it's because she was thinking about Delia. That's why it said Delia Stevens.
And if you can't, if we can't get that going, you can email it to me and I'll share my screen.
Oh, that's another way.
My email address is in the chat section. Do you see the green share screen button?
Yes, I pushed it already, and then I push this PowerPoint.
You might have to press it twice, the share screen.
Okay. Twice, and not my PowerPoint. Got it? No?
Yeah,
yes.
It's working. It's working.
Yes.
Perfect.
It's working now. Okay, good. Finally. All right, we're going to get started. Sorry for the delay. Okay. Like Scott said, my name is Xiuhui, and my last name is Shi. because in Chinese, Shi is Shakyamuni Buddha's last name, so we use his last name. And I was ordained in 1999, and I came here in 1980 to California, and I stayed there for 16 years, and before I came to Houston. And right now I live at the Jade Buddha Temple. You can see the picture there. And we are in Houston, close to Chinatown. And here is Venerable Xiuhui. He's the founder of the temple. And originally he is from mainland China, and he went to Taiwan due to the civil war in China, communist. And so he went to Taiwan to study. And in his 30s, he went to Thailand to study Buddhism for 8 years. And after that, he went to Japan to get his master degree, Buddhist master degree. And after that, somebody invited him to New York. So he stayed in New York for 6 years before he came to Houston. In the very beginning, he bought a very small house and used the house to teach Buddhism. And that house is called, he used the house and he named it the Buddha Light Temple. In 1979, he registered Texas Buddhist Association. After years, now we have Jade Buddha Temple, we have American Buddhist Center. It's all under the Texas Buddhist Association. And so people come in more and more, and the small temple is not enough. So they bought about 2.5 acres to build this Jade Buddha Temple, JBT, in 1990. And they started the Dharma talk in 82 regularly. He was the president until 2018, and he's retired right now. But he's our spiritual leader continuously. We have something, we will consult him. And he wrote a lot of books. The one everybody in Taiwan will read this if they are in the Buddhist school. It's called The History of Theravada Buddhist, because nobody read anything about Theravada Buddhist in Chinese. Okay, and the other master we have is Venerable Hongyi. He is about 24 junior than Venerable Xiuhui, and he's from Burma, and he came to America in 78. And accidentally, he accompanied some senior monk to visit Venerable Xiuhui. And he was told, we're going to go to, he heard it's Boston. So he thought, okay, Boston is very close to New York. I just don't need to bring too much stuff. And end up he's in Houston. And at that time, Venerable Xiuhui has become very sick. So he has to went back to Taiwan and to do the treatment. So he stayed to help. And because he stayed, that's why the business can continue. We thought, everybody at that time thought Venerable Xiuhui is going to die. And in Taiwan, he met some doctor. So fortunately, he got the medicine and he recovered and he came back. And so right now we have the 2 masters here to continue to run the program. And because they have to give the Dharma talk, the neighbors will come here and they will ask to see if you have anything that we will be able to understand. So Venerable Hongyi started the English Dharma teaching. in 1985. So we have a English Dharma group set up, and right now the member is about 40 to 60 people. And because I remember in 1990s, we used to have a retreat in Jade Temple, but then no more. The insurance company won't allow us to do that because children molesting happen in church. So the insurance says, okay, no more retreat, no more overnight activity in your temple. We're not going to insure you guys. So we stopped that and we have to find someplace else. That's why we have to build the American Bodhi Center. And it's a much bigger place, 515 acres. So it was finished in 2009, and all the activity retreat has to be there. And Venerable Xiuhui retired in 2018, so he took over 2018. And here, the purpose for Venerable Xiuhui to come here, and he went to Thailand, went to Japan to study all the Buddhism, because he wanted to spread Buddhism to the community. And in New York, he couldn't find a ideal place. That's why he said, okay, let me find some place. If I cannot find any place, I'll go back to Taiwan to teach over there. And so he finally, 78, he came to Houston, and he found a place and then started here. So that was the very beginning story. And the first English Dharma class was given by Venerable Hongyi in 85. You know, our senior monks, many Chinese senior monks, they are not prepared. They are not prepared language-wise. They don't have the chance to study any English. They just escape from communists and just come here. So they can only talk to Chinese people here. But luckily, Venerable Hongyi, he studied. He always joked that he teaches medicine and meditation, and he teaches Buddhism, but on the other hand, he learns English. So that's, he learn and he teach and at the same time. Okay, and because our members continue to increase, usually right now it's about 80 people will come, but in the very beginning only 10 or 12 people come because of the capacity is not enough. That's why they have to build from the Buddha Light Temple to Jade Buddha Temple, and now have to go to the American Bodhi Center. Give a better environment. So right now they have, here is our Bodhi Center. 515 acres, and it's in Water County, Hempstead, Water County. And if you take 290, go north, you'll be able to find it. And so the activity we have over there, like a summer camp, the youth group, they cannot do the retreat camp overnight at the temple. They have to go to the center. Summer camp, family camp. So during their game and they interact to other people, they learn the Buddhism. So they learn how to apply the Buddhism, how to apply Buddha's teaching in daily life. So that's for the kids and also for the families. And also for those people that are interested in learning the meditation, they have the retreat over there, 3 days, 7 days, 10 days. And it's beautiful. If you get a chance, you're welcome to go there. But now of this COVID-19, I guess we have to wait. Okay, what is meditation? Scott asked me to talk about the meditation. I'm not expert, but every day I have to do the meditation in the morning when I wake up. So before I get into the meditation, let me say this. Shakyamuni Buddha, he became enlightened. Before he became enlightened, he was taught how to do the meditation, because in ancient India, they think the more you torture yourself, the higher concentration level, you become free, you become liberated. So he had 2 teachers, and he learned, he achieved very high level concentration, but still he cannot get the answer why we have to go through old, sickness, and death. Why we have to go through this? He still couldn't find the answer. So he gave up this kind of practice, and he started to eat, regain the strength, and then sit down under the Bodhi tree. Now we call it Bodhi tree. And he used his previous life, accumulated wisdom. So he had this concentration and wisdom balanced, and he finally found the truth. And after that, he started to teach people how to become enlightened, how to free yourself from this circle, samsara, we call it, life and death, life and death. It's, so it's endless, it's a cycle. Some people say, oh, we have only this life, but it's not. In Chinese, we usually people say, oh, don't worry, I die 20 years later, I'm another big guy. Not necessary you become a human being again, depends on your karma. So we have to learn 3, let me make it easier, simple. There are 3 studies. One is morality, to start with as a human being. Number 2, we practice meditation to get the concentration. Number 3, we have to cultivate our wisdom. And you listen to the Dhamma talk, you study, you discuss, and you will see what is the truth of this whole world. So it's morality, concentration, and wisdom. And concentration is very important because without the concentration, without the mindfulness, you cannot see through things very easily. It's like a bucket of water, and it's stirring and it's muddy, you cannot see through. But if you, after you practice meditation, the whole bucket of water becomes settled down and it's very clear, you can see through. And so the same thing will happen to our mind. We will be able to see things clearly. And without morality, you really cannot sit down quietly there. Somebody knock on your door, if you steal something or you rob somebody's purse or rob the bank, for example, you will never be able to sit down there do the meditation. See, you're remorse and you're scared. So that's why we have to have this morality. For example, like precepts, 5 precepts, 10 precepts, and then you don't do unwholesome stuff and do good things. And then you'll be able to practice the concentration, and then you'll be able to cultivate it in your meditation. You'll be able to see the truth. So what is the meditation? Number 1 is, what is the goal? To purify the mind is the goal. So when the mind is purified, your karma is transformed and your life is changed. Because our life is life and death, and it comes from our defilement, comes from our karma. And if we have good karma, we go to the good place. If we don't have a good karma, we have bad karma, we go to the not so fortunate realm. And you won't have the chance to listen to the Dhamma or practice anything. So that's why it's very important we purify our mind, get rid of all those unwholesome stuff, and get rid of the defilements. Then our action will be wholesome, and our karma will transform, and we will change our life, better life, and get better and better. In our society, the science, EEG, the medical medicine, they study the human being's brain, and they use the EEG to show how human being's brain during the meditation. And it's the physiology phenomenon. the meditator will show like you're relaxed and you'll be able to concentrate and you have a peaceful mind. And because of this, so the EEG they show have a slower wave, it's called alpha wave. Usually when we are agitated, it's a beta wave. So that's what they study, the result. So because of this, the doctors, they will use the meditation to treat their patients. And some company, they will use this mindfulness training. And the other one is the prison. Even the prison, they will teach the prisoner to learn how to do the meditation. I used to go to Bryan prison camp. It's a female prison camp. And it's not, about 30 minutes north of NM. And we went there and we just teach them do the meditation. And I hope they will continue to do that because I stopped going there. I'm sure they'll have somebody to go there to teach them. And then the other topic here I put on is supernatural power. Some people, they want to do the meditation because they want to have this supernatural power. In Buddhism, the supernatural power is a byproduct of high-level concentration. If we practice concentration, if we practice meditation, reach very high level. When I talk about high level, is above our desire realm. We human beings, we live in this desire realm. And on top of that is a form realm. And on top of that is a non-form realm. Shakyamuni Buddha, when he practiced, he reached to this form realm. At that time, our many brain activity really slow down. And then with this good level of concentration plus the wisdom, he will be able to contemplate and see through the truth. That's why he became enlightened. And so the supernatural power is not our goal. Okay, it's a byproduct. If you reach there, of course you're going to have this power. So we are not encouraging people look at that as their goal, because some people, they'll use it as a tool to do whatever they want. Okay, so that's very dangerous. Now let's talk about the problems. Why we have to do the meditation? Because we have two big problems in our desire realm. Because we have this, number one, attachment to sensual desire. You know, we have our 5 sense store. The 5 senses store, including our eye, our ear, our nose, our tongue, and our body. And all this senses organ will contact with the outside world. When we see something good, we'll cling to that. When we touch something that's very soft, we love that. We love those kind of silk. We want to wear silk nightgown, silk this, silk that. So that's one of our greediness. And then if you see something that you don't like, then you got upset. You want to reject it. If somebody provoke you too much, you got so angry, and your action will be to hit someone, to fight with them, to quarrel with them. And then the result is sometimes you harm each other, sometimes you harm yourself and you suffer. Something serious, maybe you have to go to prison. So it's very important that we have this concentration and have this mindfulness. We'll be able to see inside ourselves. When I have this contact with the outside world and I have this feeling, for example, I'm driving and somebody gets through in front of me, I got angry and I honk. Then if you can see this right away, you'll calm down. Wait. He wants to go. Let him go. You won't get mad. So we can use this during our daily life to see ourselves, to see clearly what happened to ourselves, and we can control ourselves. We stop right there. And then number 2 is our mind is wandering. It's like a monkey. And when it's like a monkey, the example is like a bucket of water. It is stirring, we're stirring, and then with the mud, and it's just muddy, and we cannot see through. So with this practice, we will be able to take care of our wandering mind, and then we'll be able to understand ourselves, be able to control our negative emotion. We'll hold not to do the reflex reaction right away. Say, maybe you want to take some deep breath before talk to someone, or you can walk away from that scene and then wait until you cool down and then you come back. So when we change ourselves, we will be able to also affect our surrounding. Okay. And then the next one I want to share with you is the 2 preparation. When we do the meditation, number 1, we need to have a kind thoughts. We want to benefit others. We want to get mad all the time. I vow not to harm others. This is very important because some people, they got this kind of idea.
Excuse me, 师父.
Yes.
Would you, I think you forgot to advance your slide.
Oh, thank you. I'm not mindful. Here,
Thank you, 师父.
the problems to be cured, attachment to sense pleasure. Okay, and the other one is the wandering mind. This is all we have. We all have this. We all have these problems. We okay with this slide now? Okay, and then 2 preparation. Number 1 is kind thoughts. Thank you, Scott. Because I have my own draft, so I'm looking at my draft instead of the screen. Sorry about that. Kind thoughts means I want to benefit others instead of benefit myself. When I say benefit myself selfishly, that means I get this superpower and I can do whatever I want. I can harm anybody I want. So that's a no-no. So first, you want to have this benefit others motive. Number 2 is observe precepts. We talk about the morality, concentration, and the wisdom. So first, we need to have this virtuous conduct. The behavior has to be wholesome. So when we kill, when we steal, we do things like that, we cannot really sit down calmly to count our breath. You get up, you want to drink, you want to do this, you just cannot sit there. Especially like the 5 precepts, you know 5 precepts? No killing, no lying, no stealing, no drug intoxication, no sexual misconduct. We don't want to interfere other people's family life. So if we can at least observe these 5 precepts, we are a good human being, okay? So in other words, when we say morality means we want to eradicate all the bad deeds, want to cultivate all the wholesome deeds, and we want to purify our mind. So this is what we call the Buddhism. And when we're doing this, we change our karma, we change our life. So life is in our hand. Okay, now next we are going to talk about the 3 stages of a mind in mind. The wandering mind, the monkey mind, we need to train it. So we sit down and focus on our one object. Usually we recommend just pay attention to your breath. You have to train yourself diligently every day and patiently until your mind is settled. So this is the first stage. First stage, to calm down the mind. You have to train. No one can give us this. We just have to work this hard work. And number 2, the second stage is subdue or vanquish our defilement. Remember Shakyamuni Buddha, he reached very high level concentration, but he still cannot see the truth. it's like this, because the concentration can only, like a stone, press the grass. When the stone is removed, the grass will grow back again, and our defilement will come back again. You have to use the wisdom to eradicate all the defilements. So that's the first stage. And this is the stage we can use during our daily life. We can deal with our negative emotion, and we have less defilement, and we have a better karma. And the last stage is how we get into the absorption, reach the highly level. Okay, it's called the equanimity. During this time, it's just like we ride a horse, and in the very beginning, we have to tell the horse go to the right or go to the left or in the middle. And then at this stage, the horse knows what to do. We don't have to control it, go right or left. It will just like we ride a bicycle. We don't have to do too much work, and it will go by itself. So first stage is focused mind. The second stage is we'll be able to deal with our defilement, suppress it, and then number 3 will go all the way, and then we'll be able to reach the high level of concentration. All right, and what type? How many types are there for the meditation? The first type is samadhi. Samadhi, and it's called a concentration. Mindfulness of breathing is 1. Metta meditation is 2, and then some other 2. I just give you these 2 examples. Mindfulness of breathing, you can count your breath, and after you count the breath, you feel like you are so used to it, you can let go the number. You just go by following the breath. If you let go the breath, the number, and you feel like your mind is going away, then you go back to count. You can count from 1 to 5, or you can count from 1 to 10. If you count in breath, then don't count out breath. So this is the breath is our object, and we have to focus on this breath and counting. Yeah, it's like you tie in this breath, use the rope to tie to your object, so you won't wandering away. And number 2 is the metta meditation. The metta meditation is you want to cultivate your kindness, loving kindness, by you bless yourself and you bless other people, or you bless your community and also you bless other area. You can say, I wish I am free from enmity. I'm free from physical suffering. And I wish I'm from mental suffering. And I wish I am happy. You use this 4 blessings first to yourself 2-3 times. Then you find your family, the one you loved, the one you respect, then you bless them. Until you are very good at this, then you find somebody you really don't like. And otherwise, you're going to have trouble. Wait until you're ready. Okay, otherwise just bless yourself and bless the one you respect, you loved. Has to be a living person. Don't find someone is passed away, it won't work, okay? So when you do this blessing, you have to have their image. You have to have their image in your mind, and then you give the blessing, all right? And then the other one is blessing the community. You want to expand, open your mind, open your heart, not only your house, not only your community, you go into the, for example, here, Houston, sometimes they'll bless into the whole Texas, whole America, and the whole world. You just expand yourself by blessing everyone. The reason for this metta meditation is during Buddha's time, one time Buddha told their students to go one place because the Buddha thought it's an ideal place for people to do the meditation there, to cultivate there. But then because they sit down under the tree and there are some beings on the tree, they live on the tree. And they feel like, wow, these monks are here. They're going to stay for how long? They've been here for so long already. And then they interfere my life. So they try to scare them away. All kinds of awful sound, awful images, and just to interview those monks. So the monks cannot stay there anymore. So they went to the Buddha and said, oh no, we want to go to somewhere else. The Buddha said, no, that's the best ideal place. You go back there, but you started to practice metta meditation. So they practice this metta meditation, blessing themselves, blessing all the beings over there, and blessing all the places over there. And later on, they have no problem. They can live together without any problems. Okay, so this is one of the samadhi, one of the concentration meditation. Okay, the other kind is called vipassana, or called insight meditation. And this is really to see the truth. Well, what we call about the truth is because then you'll be able to see the rising, falling of your breathing, your rising, falling of your body, rising, falling of everything. There's no one thing is there permanently, no change at all. So how are we going to do this? In the very beginning for the concentration, we count the breath, we follow the breath. But here, when we want to do the vipassana, we have to observe, no more counting. We have to observe the true nature of the breath. For example, the breath sometimes is long, sometimes it's short, and sometimes the air is warm. Sometimes the air comes out warm, and then air comes in, it's cold. All those times, this is the true nature. And then if we will be able to see this, and eventually we'll be able to see the four elements, like earth, the fire, the water, and the wind. So that's the true image. And that's why we call it vipassana, we call it insight, because we'll be able to see the truth through this kind of practice. See the feelings you feel, you will be able to observe the feelings, sometimes coming, sometimes going. When you have pain on your feet, when you sit there, you got numb, it's not, the numbness is not there forever. It comes and goes, and the feeling sometimes heavy, sometimes slight. You'll be able to see this, and you only see the feeling. There is no self. No one is there to have this feeling. But we always think there's somebody there to have this kind of feeling. Somebody's there to be happy. Somebody's there, one person, solid person there to have this kind of feeling. Anger, happy. Actually, those anger is just the feeling. So feeling is the feeling. That's all. Okay, so it's body and mind interaction from our life to our death. Whole life is just the process of body and mind interaction. That's it. But we always think that's me. I am the one to feel this. I am the one get mad. I'm the one, because we don't see it. We don't practice it. We don't see this coming and going and rising and falling. Sounds strange, right? Hard to believe, huh? But if we practice, you'll be able to see this, okay? And the last one is contemplation of the Dharma. That's the one, if the vipassana, without this, you won't be able to purify yourself, because the Dharma, including the good things and the bad things. When you see your own defilements, and you'll be able to use Buddha's teaching to cure it, to take care of this problem. For example, you see you are attached to something, and then you're able to use the Four Noble Truths. You know it's the cause, the attachment is the cause. Now I am attaching to this, for example, ice cream, chocolate, the goodies, okay? And then you see this, you know, okay, my greediness is the problem. Now what am I going to do with my greediness? What am I going to do with my greediness? during Buddha's time, Buddha taught his disciples, especially for those young monks, to contemplate our impurity, because our body got all kinds of secretion from our all eyes, nose, tongue, urine, feces, everything comes out from our body. So our body looks, from outside looks so beautiful, but actually it's not that beautiful, okay? So then the young monk, when they attach to some beautiful girl, they practice this impurity insight meditation. They'll be
师父,
able to take, yes.
excuse, I just want to remind you of the time. You have about 5 minutes left.
Oh, okay, very good. All right, so I will stop right here because, you know, with this meta, with this this kind of meditation, you'll be able to see the truth, okay? And then that's the one starting to practice. All right, we start with a quiet place. Find a place. Then you can sit down there and nobody interfere you. And the posture, you can use the sitting, you can use the walking. If you cannot sit for a long time, you alternate your walking and the sitting. During our retreat, we always alternate sitting and walking. Sitting for 1 hour, walking for 1 hour. But when we get started, we just start with 5 to 10 minutes sitting, good enough. If you can sit there quietly, mindfully for 10 minutes, you're good. Then gradually you increase 20 minutes to 30 minutes. And you want to establish as a routine. Find a place when you are energetic, maybe after a nap or after you wake up in the morning. And try not to do any expectation. I'm going to have a very good meditation for 10 minutes. No trouble. I'm not going to have wandering mind. If you do that, guarantee you in the very beginning, you're going to disappoint yourself, okay? So you practice and you just let it go, and then be relaxed and stillness. Relax means sometimes you use the stretches, help you relax with the muscles, the whole body's muscle. And stillness means try not to move as much as you can. The more you move, the more agitated our mind will be. So I just, think about this. Maybe it's going to help you to get started. Maybe some of you already practice meditation and this is just, you know this already. So I wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed this. And is there any questions? No.
Yeah, I do. I have a question.
Yes.
So, what can you comment on the observation of emotions as opposed to reacting to them, and how meditation can help you master that, or I don't know if master is the right word, but be able to adapt to that?
With the meditation?
Yes.
Okay. When we do the meditation, the result is we have a calm mind, we have a clear mind, we understand ourselves. The important thing is we understand ourselves. We live at the present moment. So when things happen, you know it right away. You know, is this my greediness? Is this my anger? Is this my ignorance? All kinds of things, you'll be able to see that right away. And so when you see this, you stop all this right away and you stop it, okay? If you're angry, then you want to practice metta more. If you have more greediness, you want to understand there is no self. There is no self, okay? The things is not yours, it's not mine. We are just use this at this moment. I have this money, I have this fortune, I earn it, I use it at this moment. And everybody else can use this because the disaster can take care of it. The government sometimes can take your money away, and your son, your offspring, sometimes they can spend all your money too. So there are so many different people, okay, can use the money. So we just have to think about, okay, if I can have this money, I do it wisely to spend the money wisely. So I hope I answer your question. I hope it helps.
Yes, does anybody have any other questions for Xiuhui? Well, Xiuhui, we appreciate you spending time with us this afternoon and teaching us about Buddhism and meditation. It's been very enlightening for sure. And we don't give any like rewards or prizes. What we do is we donate a book, and maybe there's a book for children for elementary on Buddhism and meditation that we can donate to our local library that maybe you and Scott can recommend. So thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much. Have a happy meditation.
Okay, and on that note, guys.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a great week.
Can I confirm that we are not meeting next Monday? Is that Labor Day?
That is correct. We are not meeting next Monday.
Copy, thank you.
I should have mentioned that. I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
Good job, Raymond. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good week.